Welcome to the Flashcast series by Full Spectrum Education.
Hi and welcome to the show. For the next 5 episodes, we're joined by BuildPro eComm's Kate Ward. Kate's going to be talking to us all about business, including what it takes to start a business, how risk-taking can shape your career, her experience with winning Business Person of the Year, and much more. Enjoy.
Hi guys, my name's Kate Ward. I'm Head of Commercialisation at BuildPro eComm. We're a new building e-commerce platform founded in Australia that is getting launched next month to the general public. And for the next 5 episodes, I'll be talking to you a little bit about me, business and BuildPro eComm. Well, I'd had a relationship with the guys from AJ Grant for quite a while. Anyone who's worked in construction understands that it's a really small world and everyone knows everyone, and at some point you've all worked for each other or been a supplier for each other. And in my situation, I came from a financial services background, so I'd worked in investment and insurance, and AJ Grant are one of the premier insurance builders in Australia. So I'd come across them in that regard, and then also through one of my own businesses that I'd had a engineering company up until a few years ago. And it was through those commercial relationships that I've really stayed in touch with the exec team at AJ Grant Group, who are really innovative. They've diversified a lot over the last few years and gone from being traditionally an insurance large-scale and disaster response builder to having a range of other business verticals, one being their human services division, which is Home Care Repair Australia, and we've got a restoration team, and now we've launched this really innovative platform called buildproecom.com.au. So I guess there were mutual conversations. I come from a really strong commercial background in launching brands. So previously, when I worked in financial services, I worked as an implementation senior manager for the strategic partnership division at Auto & General. So they underwrite and manage and launch everything related to insurance products for some of the largest brands in Australia, including Macquarie, ING, Qantas, Virgin, and a range of others. So I'd worked on creating a product from inception, actually getting the website designed, getting all the marketing designed, all of the pricing and commercial structures agreed to, call centre staff trained, marketing collateral going out to customers. So a really strong kind of brand launching background. I used that experience to segue into some other senior executive positions within insurance and construction. And then last year I was part of the key founding team of Handel Waste Group, so helped launch them into the marketplace and get them some waste contracts. And now I've come full circle and I'm working with the guys at BuildPro eComm to actually get us launched into market to provide a really great value offering for everyday people who are looking for building maintenance and anything property related in their home. So starting a role like this in the middle of a pandemic has been interesting because obviously we are having to all adjust the way that we live, and I can certainly empathise with your listeners because, particularly teachers and tutors have been probably the most notably impacted in terms of how they're having to live their lives and manage their careers and engage with their students and, creating teaching plans and all of that tricky stuff. And in some regards, it's very similar to what we've been experiencing because, within construction, you're very heavily reliant on going into people's homes and travelling freely, and we simply can't do that at the moment. But also, people are so much more aware of human traffic in their home, and they're wanting to reduce how many strangers are entering their property and make sure they can keep their family safe. So, midway through the beginning months of this project of launching buildproecom.com.au, we really realised that we had an opportunity to provide that sense of security for people who are much more COVID aware. So now we have this incredible platform where instead of having to go online and ring around and get multiple quotes for multiple trades, if you're getting repairs or a renovation done in your home, or even if you're getting your property ready to sell. And, typically you'd need a cleaner and a gardener and a painter and someone to pressure hose the driveway, and then potentially a property stylist to come and make your house look beautiful. So instead of having to get multiple quotes, multiple trades, have loads of people track through your house, we do that in a one-stop shop. So you can actually purchase all those items online, book online, access it with buy now, pay later, and you only ever have one single point of contact. So we make sure that there aren't loads of people entering your house, and that you can be assured of the workmanship and that there's a COVID safe plan in place. It was originally the brainchild of one of our executives, Matt Bishop. So we had diversified out of just doing insurance building into human services, and then also real estate and property. So doing a lot of maintenance work for larger property and real estate consortiums. And they were facing exactly the same issue that many homeowners do, which is, you have to rely on locally based trades and get multiple quotes, and there's a lot of cost variation. So Matt, in all of his brilliance, came up with the idea of having a product guide, a pamphlet, a portfolio of product codes and flat rate pricing, with the idea that we know exactly how much it costs us internally to hold internal trades, and we've got 25 years of pricing experience behind us, and there's very little actual raw incurred cost between painting a room that might have 20 square meters in a room that is much, much larger than that. So we adopted this flat rate model, which the property managers loved. And then it was a natural progression to put that online in a website form. But when I came on board, I kind of really had to think about that from a usability standpoint, and realised we were really missing a huge opportunity, which is to tie into the everyday consumer who owns a house and wants their house maintained. Having transparent pricing is really important. Having your works done by someone who's experienced and qualified. We've got the highest levels of safety certification you can have in Australia. We're CM3 qualified, and we're also ISO certified, which means that, you're getting a commercial grade builder coming in to paint your wall, which brings a lot of confidence to people. From there we just thought about, if we were an everyday consumer, what other things might we like? We might like to be able to book immediately online, so we know when people are attending our house. We might want to actually do a few more things around the house, so it's a mini renovation, and do buy now, pay later. And it really just snowballed from there. In the beginning of October, we've got quite a large advertising campaign to launch BuildPro eComm to the general public, which will be pretty exciting, and I'm expecting a fairly good response.
Thanks for listening to today's Flashcast. If you have any questions at all, don't hesitate to email into us at info@fsedu.com.au, and be sure to tune into our social channels so you don't miss the next episode. Thanks, see you next time.